Drake has been obsessed with Sade for a long time and has had a huge goal of collaborating with her. He tried to do it in 2010 with his debut album, but she declined.
It was more of a hopeful thing. It's very early. I mean, I was hoping, but one day, I think it'll happen.
And then finally he got a tiny feature from her on BBL Love. It was a funny song title, thinking about it now, by the way.
Yo, he crazy for that.
Messy.
Yo, that was hard. That was hard.
Oh, he messy.
Yo, wait a minute. Dude just, hey, that ball just, dang, that was okay. Connections. We get it. What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 50K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
There are 3 Kendrick and Drake diss tracks, maybe 4, that I haven't really seen anyone talk about. And with the context of the past month, you could really go back through their music and find that there was always some tension brewing.
In that fucking song, y'all got to not start a beef with us. This shit been brewing in a pot, now heating up.
We all know about Control and Drake's response to that moment in interviews.
I saw him 5 days later at the VMAs and it was all love. Because I kind of lost like a little respect for the sentiment of the verse. If it's really fuck everybody, then it needs to be fuck everybody. It just can't be halfway for the sake of the people.
He took it a little bit more personally than others. It was one moment, one song, one video. 100 by the game. Drake is in Compton in the video. He's repping LA life. And he says some shit that we now know is for sure about Kendrick.
I would have all of your fans if I didn't go poppin'. I stayed on some conscious shit.
That's honestly one of my favorite Drake features, but I could see why it didn't sit right with Kendrick. And then later that same year, we get a response that I think everyone missed. Because it's not even a Kendrick song, but Kendrick actually wrote a lot of this song, All Day by Kanye West.
24/7, 365 days, everybody getting paid, nigga.
And these lines make a lot more sense with that context.
Nigga, you a fake DNZ like the all say nigga. You a Rico Suave, nigga.
Rico Suave is this womanizing, slightly feminized, oiled-up Playboy character from a hit 1990s song that they're comparing to Drake here, and clearly Drake caught it, because on Jimmy Cooks, he went,
Whole sound suave, but I can't get recalled.
with all these allegations
that's
from
a
Kendrick
track.
against...
Crazy track. But would you think that he was talking about Kendrick around this time?
I mean, if the song just went out, yeah.
No, not that. This is an old track.
It's a response to what Kendrick put out.
At that time, was it a response as well? But who knew that? I sure the heck didn't know he was responding to Kendrick in most of his tracks. I ain't know that. Again, not involved into the information of what they got going on behind the set, but from track to track, I'm not going in and thinking that he beefing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's why we have to overanalyze these days. Like,
Got to,
hold up.
bro. Read
What
between
we
the lines.
listening to?
Gotta read between the lines.
Drake coming out now, it's like he knew this was the angle they were going to take, trying to get him Rico'd like Diddy, but he just thinks he's too powerful and well-connected for it to happen to him. Drake has been obsessed with Sade for a long time and has had a huge goal of collaborating with her. He tried to do it in 2010 with his debut album, but she declined.
It was more of a hopeful thing. It's very early. I mean, I was hoping, but one day, I think it'll happen.
And then finally he got a tiny feature from her on BBL Love. It was a funny-ass song title, thinking about it now, by the way.
Yo, he crazy for that.
Messy.
Yo, that was hard. That was hard.
Oh, he messy.
Yo, wait a minute. Dude just, hey, that ball just, dang, that was okay. Connections. We get it.
Declined.
It was more of a hopeful thing. It's very early. I mean, I was hoping, but one day, I think it'll happen.
And then finally he got a tiny feature from her on BBL Love. It was a funny-ass song title, thinking about it now, by the way.
You should be on Broadway, nigga.
Yeah, looking back on this now, this is obviously
Jimmy,
about
man.
Drake and him starting to act like something that he's not around this time. Alright, so Drake spends the next few years and spent the years after Control throwing these little shots at Kendrick. On the language.
I don't know why they been lying, but your shit is not that inspiring.
On the remix of
Talking
Shit.
about Kendrick?
Where he's a little frustrated about how people take Kendrick's side about everything, even when he instigates shit.
And if a nigga say my name, he the hot shit. But if I say the nigga name, he still the hot shit.
And on Summer 16, he references Obama picking Kendrick to win against him in a rap battle.
Oh, I remember that.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar got in a rap
Went for
battle. Who do you
Kendrick.
think would win?
You gotta go with Kendrick.
Tell Obama that my verses are just like the whips at the end.
Conscious rap is just hit different, bro.
It does.
It hit different. And the fact that Drake said, have I went conscious and not pop, then he probably been on a different level.
But let's talk about it though. Like, if he went conscious,
I can hear Drake going conscious.
I can
hear him doing
but
that.
I feel like because Kendrick's fan base, and I know he has a worldwide fan base.
Yeah.
But
he came in like that.
He's American, so he's talking about American culture and things that goes on in America.
Oh, you peeled it back. Yeah, it hit different.
It does.
It hit different.
And the average American don't know about Canadian culture. Now y'all know if y'all on the main channel, we talk a lot about different cultures around the world.
We're gonna bring up the speed a little bit. You feel me?
If he was conscious, I feel like he would be respected.
Yeah.
But because a lot of Americans, we would be learning from about his culture.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's important, man, because we do what we do on the other channel is just that. You know what I'm saying? We link it around, we bridge it, and it's like it's fine. People understand each other differently like that.
Right, and our cultures is interconnected in a lot of ways.
100%.
But he should have went that route.
Yeah.
He should have.
Yeah.
You know, that would have been a bridging the gap artist.
Maybe they could have had a collab.
But he ain't want to do that. He ain't want to do that.
Maybe they could have had a feature or something. Who knows?
We get a lot of tiptoeing around Kendrick's name leading up to 2017, and Kendrick's doing the same, taking shots at Drake on King Kunta and mocking his voice in live performances of the song.
What a rapper, what a ghostwriter. Tell me what happened to you.
But then this is the year I think the beef really could have started, 2017 with The Heart Part 4. I've seen a lot of people go deep into this track now knowing that it's a Drake diss, but it's still important to look at. Top Dog said that the song was scheduled to drop the same weekend as More Life, to take the shine off of Drake's drop, and it's full of lines that we now know are direct responses to all the sneak dissing.
Tiptoeing around my name, nigga, you lame.
Kendrick basically confirmed that the song was about Drake by repeating the threat on Euphoria.
Don't tell a lie on me.
And I won't tell truths about you.
But then he says the fans are waiting for him to come after Drake and destroy his whole career.
My fans can't wait for me to sun your punk ass and crush your whole little shit.
And then he says don't come calling him apologizing afterwards.
And when I get at you, homie, don't you tell me you was just playing. Oh, I was just playing, K-Dot. Come on, you know a nigga right.
I remember
Which
this
is crazy.
song.
Yeah.
I remember this one.
Yeah. So I was just thinking to myself about how whenever I'm listening to music back in my era, like the early 2000s, that's old, man. That's pretty far. That's pretty far.
Yeah.
It's like I was listening to the beat and I was enjoying the tracks.
Right.
But as I grew, I learned to listen to what it was talking about because I actually started putting away from it. I actually had more things that I needed to do and I couldn't sit here and just jam and do what I wanted. But when I'm starting to listen to the music these days, it's like I'm listening to what they're actually saying. Whether it's rap, hip hop, drill, pop, like all of that, I'm listening to what they're talking about. And when you do that, then you can kind of get between the lines and see, wow, like wonder to yourself, why would they say something like that in the track? You know what I mean? Then you can start connecting dots too.
Now you gotta go do research and see who unfollowed who on the social media website.
Oh Lord.
you gotta become a little investigator.
Nah.
Okay, just by listening to music.
Just by listening to music. Yeah, and that's why you may hear me listen to like some oldies that I used to jam when I was younger. It hit different.
Listen, they was nasty back then.
I know
That's
now.
a whole nother story.
It's not about running around balloons and having fun and eating cake.
For real. What's that song?
It was about what the oldest was listening to.
Right, and it was in the titles. I just feel like when we were younger, we just didn't listen to it like that.
I got one. It's a classic. You ready for it?
Which one?
Computer Love.
Oh yeah.
Man, when I heard that beat, I was like, "Oh, this is fire. Let me break dance." But now I'm like, "Oh, okay."
A lot of them oldies. We talking about some topics.
A little bit of everything.
Talks about the release of his album Damn at the end,
Forever. Y'all got till April the 7th to get your shit together.
Yo.
which is a crazy future diss at Cole apologizing on literally that same day this year. This man is really a prophet.
I prophesied on my last song, you laughed at me. Tables turn, lesson learned, my best look.
Tables turn, bridges burn, you live and learn.
And then the last secret diss track I found was on the album Damn itself, the song God, a song that clearly mocks the production style of OVO 40 and starts to bring in a lot of the themes Kendrick disses Drake about on Euphoria, rapping from the perspective of Drake wanting to be a gangster from a young age and trying to do that through his music now.
Ever since a young man, all I wanna be was a gunman.
And he's saying Drake thinks that he's winning at playing this part by shooting up the other artists on the charts.
Shooting up the charge, better run, man. Y'all gotta see that I won, man.
Comparing Drake to another Rico Suave type figure.
Niggas out the barge with the finger waves, working JT.
And then finally,
Working
the secret
JT.
diss track we could look at is Diplomatic Immunity from the Scary Hours EP that God's Plan was on. The name itself kind of implies that Drake is invincible because of his ties in the industry and the streets. And he comes after Kendrick with a sense of that same frustration about all the love that Kendrick gets in the press.
Opinions over statistics, of course. gassed off journalistic.
While Drake felt like he had the real numbers to back it up and deserved that top spot.
Let me say this: Drake is like the hammer to the nail. Kendrick's like needle to skin. He real eat away at it. Drake's like one hit, bam. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a 5-track. Like you know what I'm saying? But Kendrick stuff is like that needle to skin. Like in the tattoo, it's gonna take a little minute, but he gonna get it all out.
Y'all know, I forgot what year this was, but it wasn't that long ago. The Childish Gambino, when he made the song, what was
You gonna make me sing again?
What's that song? Dang it.
This is America?
This is America.
Yeah.
You know how that song made us all feel? That's what Kendrick does consistently.
Yeah, man, that's a vibe, bro. That track, that's crazy.
Literally been making these videos about music since Damn in 2017, and the fact that we're just now about to hit 100K is crazy. I appreciate all of you guys watching and being here for the ride. Reading all the conversations you guys have in the comments teaches me a lot too.
Hey, we're gonna stop right there, man. Make sure you guys go check his channel out. Yo, this is crazy work. Like, I'm liking the breakdown of it. I feel like we get more in depth about the ins and outs of these rap songs and their conversations that are having in the tracks alone. Because when you're hearing it, you hear the beat and you're like, this is a catchy track. Let me listen to it for my ears only. But when you're listening to it and you're sitting back in the rocker, it's like, it hit different. You know?
It reminds me, I don't know why I keep saying it remind me of the 90s, but it does remind me of the 90s. Like, with Tupac, like, he wasn't just rapping. Now, when he was doing the disses, you know. He
went hard. He was vicious.
He did. But, like, on his songs, he was telling real stories.
Brenda Got a Baby.
Yeah, and we need that.
Yeah.
We need that.
That's a soulful. Ugh, that stuff is hard. For real. Pac was different.
Yeah.
Different. Oh, man. That's different right there.
All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.